Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Philip. If you haven't met me already, my job as a counsellor and a psychologist is to help you with all things mental health. Remember to like this video, subscribe, see plenty more to come. I've been told to react to the song Therapy in the movie Tick Tick Boom. So without further ado, let's go on with it.
I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to talk about my needs. What needs?
Did I say that?
You didn't have to say it, it's implied.
How is it implied?
You're the artist and I'm the girlfriend. That's how you feel, right?
That you feel bad about me feeling bad about you feeling bad about what I said, about what you said, about me not being able to share a feeling. I thought that what you thought was that I hadn't thought about sharing my thoughts. Then my reaction to your reaction to my reaction would have been more revealing.
I have been rehearsing all day. I have been up since 4 this morning. I have been trying to write a song for a week, and I am nowhere.
I was afraid that you'd be afraid if I told you that I was afraid of intimacy.
I've been telling you how unhappy I am for months.
Do you see there? He's upset that she might be upset that something might happen if he shares something. And this whole song so far has been about fear that something's going to happen if it's talked about and discussed, and all she wants is to know what he's feeling, and all he wants to do is protect himself because he wants this song, this show written without any hesitation, without anything getting in the way of it. But if he doesn't understand the emotions going on for him, if he doesn't share his emotions, he's not going to be able to let anyone in, understand what's going on for him, but also use them creatively in order to create something which is much more personal and emotional for him. It's so important to know what's going on up here in your thoughts, but also what's going on here in your heart. Understanding your emotional language is so important in creating anything because it gives you an understanding about what's going on for you. And in this situation, we can see that he's scared of understanding his emotions and he's scared of letting anyone else in. And he can say how many excuses about it's late, it's tiring, he's trying to do this thing, he's trying to write this song, but it means that his relationship is suffering.
You don't have a problem with my problem. Maybe the problem's simply codependency.
Everyone's unhappy in New York. That's what New York is.
I was wrong too.
Say you were wrong too.
Say I was wrong about
You being wrong.
when you rang to say that
The ring was a wrong thing to ring.
if I meant what I said when I said brings more to me.
I don't know how to get through to you anymore. You keep shutting me out. You keep putting up these
I'm
fences.
not shutting you out.
You're a million miles away all the time.
Actually, I'm right here.
Are you, Jonathan? Actually? Because I know you.
He says he's right there. Physically he is, but emotionally and in his thoughts, maybe he's not. All she wants is to connect with him, and all he wants to do is push her away because he's hoping that she will just leave him alone. And again, probably why he's so stressed out is because he hasn't dealt with or understood the emotions going on underneath. As a result, he's always going to be stuck.
You're a million miles away all the time.
Actually, I'm right here.
Are you, Jonathan? Actually? Because I know you.
I'm not mad that you got mad when I got mad when you said I should go drop dead. If I were you and I done what I done, I'd do what you did when I gave you the ring. I'd accept what I said.
You're right. I've been distracted, but I promise you, after the workshop, I'm gonna after the workshop.
Everything is after the workshop. What if the workshop happens and nothing changes? No producer with a big check. You don't go straight to Broadway. You're still a waiter? You're still living in this apartment? You're still broke? What then, Jonathan? What about me?
What about their relationship? That's so important because we can expect things to happen or hope they happen. But just because the rest of life isn't going the way that we want it to, doesn't mean that our relationships with others and indeed ourselves should go to waste. They shouldn't be left there going, well, when I achieve this thing, whether it's money or a job or success in any which way, that means that I can give you everything. That means life starts just like that. But actually, you need to make sure that you've got these things that are ticking away. I'm not saying get rid of them, but you need to make sure that these things here, your foundations, the people that you love, the people that love you, the things that keep you grounded, safe and secure, are also in check, also being taken care of, because otherwise they're just going to go to waste. Can you see here how he's left this relationship over here in the hope that by having that space away, this might come? But actually, as she says, what happens if nothing happens? What happens if you're in the same situation, living in the same flat, with the same life? And chances are it might do. But if he's also tended to this part of his life too, then it won't hurt so much. And so many people think you could just shut off this whole part of life. It's something called compartmentalization. You just shut everything off and hope that because you shut this off, it means you're going to be successful here. So, do you see how they're just talking at each other? They're singing and laughing and joking, and they're living two separate lives seemingly. She's relating in one way, he's relating the other way. There's all this mess, all this noise, and they're not talking to each other. They need to learn to talk and say what they need to say to each other. They're talking about the same subject, but from two very different places. This is a great song because it actually shows how people think they're talking to each other, but actually they're just talking at each other. They're from two different veins of life, hoping that their words are going to connect to that person. But seemingly in this situation, it shows they're both talking, they're both speaking the same language, but they're not talking to each other. Again, they're talking at each other.
I can't leave my career behind.
You think I don't know that?
What? What is this? What do you want?
I guess I wanted you to tell me not to go.
I thought that you thought that I would react, and she hoped that he might say what she wanted him to say in the hope that they all get together and they all live happily ever after. Tell him, I want more from you. Can you give me more? He needs to say, I need a break. I need something from you too, which is the space, but create a boundary so you're able to go, okay, when this thing happens, or for example, better than when this thing happens or doesn't happen, which it might never do, think about a time. Think about how you can punctuate life with certain events, connections, experiences together so that you can keep that relationship going. And in this relationship, it doesn't seem like they've been growing together for a while. It feels like they've just been living two separate lives in the hope the other person will connect and do what the other person wants. Always keep on talking. Ask for what it is you want. If that person's not going to give it to you, at least you can make a decision about what the next step is.
Oh my God.
Now it's out in the open.
You're thinking about how you can turn this into a song, aren't you?
Now it's off our chest.
No. What?
You know what, Jonathan? I'm done.
Now it's 4 a.m. and we have therapy tomorrow. It's too late to scroll, so let's just get some rest.
That was such an amazing song because it showed how arguments go and how relationships can fall apart just in a moment like that. But really, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure there's loads of other experiences they've had that haven't discussed. It always seems like the arguments, which are so insignificant, are the ones that break people apart because you're never talking about the big things. You're only speaking about the little things. And in this situation, it doesn't feel like they really know each other. So no wonder that she's getting so upset with him. He's getting so confused and upset, not really knowing how to connect to her until it's too late. It gives us all an example about why people argue, but also we can go back and think, what can we do in our relationship to make sure that we're connecting so that we're not having these arguments which are getting in the way and stopping us from really connecting to that person in that moment. But really, you haven't been connecting to that person for a while, and this song really shows that they hadn't been connecting, and as a result, they're going to have an argument. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is a really great song. I've never seen the film. And make sure, if you have any suggestions, why don't you leave them in the comment section. I can answer them, or react to them rather, in a future video. Other than that, remember to like this video, and also, if you haven't already, subscribe to see plenty more videos to come. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.